Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Into the Breach. We are playing as the Frozen Titans, I believe is their name, right? I actually don't see that, but okay, fine. I believe that's who we are. And we made a mistake on the first mission, sadly. Could not block enough spawns. But since then, it's been smooth sailing, and we're at full grid power, which is nice. We just have to choose a final mission on this island. I'm not going to do this, because killing 7 enemies is basically impossible. Less than 4 mech damage and protect the power generator seems fine. We could do this instead, but I'd rather get the reputation point. And I think less than 4 mech damage should be eminently achievable. And alpha. Rude. Yeah, well, let's put everyone in the middle. How bad could it be? And remember, we took +1 damage on the mirror mech, so that'll probably become relevant somehow. Already my life is getting exciting. If I weren't the mirror mech, I could just do this, right? But now I'd be hitting a building. Oh, this mech is flying, so I could do this, right, to freeze the thing? But that's not really much of a win. I don't see a good way to actually kill this guy that doesn't involve creating problems for this building. I think there might be one, though. Wow, look at all those moves. Maybe I should swap pilots on these two. So what I am considering is something like this to free my mirror mech so he can move. And then come down here and freeze this guy? And then I guess I have to just chump block the damage from this Firefly. So, there certainly are other lines. I could, for example, freeze this, allowing my mirror mech to drown the alpha, and then we can send the Aegis mech in here to take 1 damage. But, as a result of that, my ice mech is frozen. That's fine if I happen to be able to get a mirror mech shot against him next turn. But I might not. I mean, he can always repair himself, and the advantage of this line is that we get to kill the alpha, right? Which is a pretty big deal. I think that's worth sacrificing this guy so that he becomes... Not only do we get to kill the alpha, we get to freeze this guy. I think that that's worth sacrificing a turn on this guy, especially if we maybe don't have to actually sacrifice the turn. Oh no, we don't freeze this guy. We have to freeze the building. Still worth, I guess, but a little bit less so. We need to watch the mech damage. That's something I often forget. But so far we're doing all right on that. Wow, thank you so much. He's attacking my frozen dude. I don't like this placement at all. This is horrible. I can't get to this guy. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. If I kill this Scion, then I can shoot through the spot where he is currently standing. Wait. I can't kill the Scion. I'm in smoke. I can't get out of the smoke. What the hell is this? This is garbage. So I could do something like this, I guess. Freeze my ice mech. But with 3 moves, he can't get anywhere good from G8. 1, 2, 3. I could freeze the health scion. Don't want to do that by any means. I can't even attack the Hornet, because if I do, he'll attack the building. Wait a minute. I'm just thinking about this all wrong. I could be a genius instead of an idiot. I can kill the Scion with the Mirror Mech, rather than killing it with the Aegis Mech, and then shooting through the Scion with the Mirror Mech. Thank God for this damage upgrade, huh? Oh, but then, then we lose the coal plant. God, I hate this game. I think there's no way to avoid some mech damage. Some grid damage, I mean. So, if I do this attack I was thinking of, I can still... I can take the grid damage on B3 instead of the mission grid damage, right? I can kill both of these guys, or attack both of these guys, and then send my Aegis Mech over to finish off this Firefly, the one who's threatening a mission objective. And we just take the grid damage. And repair here, of course. It's kind of a bummer to, like, kill this guy when he's right now doing good for me. But I actually can't help it. In any way that I can see. Anyone have any weird attacks I forgot about? No, just the basic attacks. If I just had one more move... Right? If we had 6 moves instead of 5, I could do some really good stuff. Move to C2, kill the Scion, and then... that's not actually that amazing. I guess what I would do then is... just use my Mirror Mech to kill the Scion after moving out of the way so that I can attack this Firefly. Yeah, I can't think of anything but the line that I had earlier. This one here. And take 1 grid damage. It's a crying shame. And this guy's still pretty out of commission. This is not a good place to be standing. But hopefully some mechs will be in the proximity and hopefully I can unfreeze myself. Yeah, alright. Ooh. So something like this, I think? It's sort of tough to become unfrozen then, though, right? Like... because this attack that I have here pushes the guy, and he'd get pushed back into the coal plant, or power generator. Jeez. Okay, alright. I think I can manage this. I think. No, I can't. I think the best I can do takes 1 more grid damage. Maybe 2. Oh, no, good news. They already damaged this building. It's only taking 1 damage. Got him. It was all part of my plan. Wait, how am I actually planning to deal with that? Like, the thing is, what can my mirror mech attack is my question. The answer is, like, not very much, unless we want to give up this building. And so, like, he could do this. But the problem is, if he does that, then he's damaging the power generator, which I don't wish to do. This seems like a good play, right? This is the he can't get to C4 even if we kill the Firefly there first. He just doesn't have the moves. So we do this. But then, like, I can't do anything with my mirror mech to protect these buildings. The best I can do is like this. Or, well, I guess that's only protecting 1 grid anyway, so I might as well. And it's not letting me unfreeze, so I might as well come in here and freeze the alpha. After freezing the alpha, what can I do? Just judo one of the mechs, Vex, let the other one attack the building, and kill the Firefly, I guess, is my best play. Oh, I can't even block a spawn if I do this, huh? I think it's more important to block a spawn than to kill this 1 health guy. I'd rather have a 1 health Firefly than a full health unknown monster. But we're gonna have a lot of trouble getting to that Hornet again. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll shoot my Ice Vec to wake him up. And then he can freeze. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Because as you can see, we really can't get to this guy any other way. But if I just sort of step over here, suddenly I have an answer to this fellow. And I can just make this guy not attack. So we took 1 grid damage. 2 grid damage! Wow, what a terrible outcome. Like, I know this squad is supposed to be really strong, even if you don't have Bethany. Although they're really, really strong with Bethany, I guess. But I feel like I don't understand them at all, and I mess up all the time. Really considering... Wait, did I not? Yeah, alright, I can't. Okay. Thinking about putting this pilot into the Ice Mech, since this guy never gets experience. He would get extra HP and movement, which I guess is, like, fine. The Ice Mech can make use of it about as well as the Brute can. And the Brute is going to start getting experience now that he has +1 damage, so... Okay, this seems like a kind of long-term play. Ugh. Of course, the ice mech shouldn't ever take damage. He should always be freezing himself and then getting hit. But you know, you can't always get what you want. These Hornets could really go anywhere. It's hard to place units to somewhere that I know they'll be effective. But I'll try. See, here's a perfect, like, trick shot, except it doesn't work, because I would bump him into a building, you know? Although, what if in the name of just getting a little damage on the leader, I tried something a bit cheeky? Like, oops, wrong mech. Like this, and then trick shot here. That way we unfreeze my mech and deal damage to the leader, just one from the push. This is clearly not a good plan, because then there are still these two enemies left attacking buildings, and the Judo mech can deal with either one but not both. So it's not a good idea. We have to give up on the idea of a trick shot in here. It just can't be made to work, I think. I have very little pushing available. Tough to see a way to get my ice mech to deploy some meaningful ice while not remaining frozen himself. If he could get onto any of those spawns, that would be great. Because he could freeze something while dealing with it. And if you could get to one of, like, to F3, that would be okay. Because I could judo swap this guy. And then let this mech unfreeze him. But I guess standing there he can't freeze anything useful, so what's the point of that, right? Oh, plus we don't want to do this, it would attack a building. This mission is not going well so far. So the only thing that I can see that avoids grid damage is to freeze both my ice mech and the leader and not unfreeze either of them. Then I can deal with the two guys who are still around. It's not ideal. Right, say I come here, freeze him. Wait, what about if I just froze the city he's attacking? Is there some way I could do that more productively? The building, I mean? Yeah, there is. I could go here, and then be part of this trick shot. And swap this guy. As a result, we've frozen the leader, and our ice mech is still up. Now, this will make it quite difficult to destroy the Hornet leader, but, you know, we're the Frozen Titans. We don't really go in for that kind of thing. I forget already if this is Island 1. I think this is Island 2. No, I think it must be Island 1, and I'm getting it confused with my really fast run with the Riftwalkers off camera on easy mode. Yeah, I think it is my first island. Kind of a shame. But I think that that means we've already lost the perfect, so missing one more star is only 1 star. It's not like 3 stars. So maybe... Wait. The line that I described does not involve freezing the leader. It involves freezing this building, which is at once less effective, but less of a problem in terms of getting the perfect, if that's what we want to do. I suppose that I could instead actually freeze him. I can do either of those things. It's a question of how ambitious I want to be regarding dealing 5 damage, 6 damage to this spec. And I think that the amount of ambitious that I would like to be is not very much. I think I'm happy giving up on Destroy the Hornet Leader, because if I don't... Ah, no, right. If I do this, then I can't unfreeze my mech. So I would rather do this and have him unfrozen, and then maybe next turn I can repair him. I can freeze the guy. Well, if I'm gonna do this and then next turn freeze the leader, that's sort of worse than freezing the leader this turn and then repairing next turn. Well, it might be better, actually, if being frozen next turn is an advantage instead of a disadvantage. And I don't know whether that'll be the case. So I guess I'll do this. No. I'd rather freeze a leader and just give up on this idea of dealing 6 damage to him. It's never going to happen. Let's stop trying to make it happen. In either case, we're frozen this turn. And now we have the choice of repairing ourselves or being damaged to wake up. Yeah, this is better, I think. Feels like it's gonna be another 2-island attempt. Maybe one of these days I'll figure out how this squad works. He's gonna unfreeze the leader? That is supremely rude. I mean, I could do this. This unfreezes my ice mech. And then I could freeze the leader again. I don't know. I think I should just... It's a bummer that I can't do anything with my mirror. Oh, I can! I can just attack this guy. And do nothing else. That wakes him up, and he can come freeze one of the enemies while I kill the other. I think I'd rather kill the Hornet? No. I'd rather freeze the Hornet since he's in a spot the enemies might want to get to. Is there any way I can do this while taking damage again? He has 4 moves, which is only enough to get to here, not to the tile that the spawner is on. Okay. And also, if I stand here, I can block another spawn, which will be nice. Or anyway, continue blocking the same spawn. Oh, I don't mind more health. You give all the health away you want, buddy. Yeah, that's my mech. So we're sort of like, I don't know, this guy's been frozen, but we've been unfreezing him at the beginning of turns instead of the end of turns, which is just as effective as long as you can continue to do it. Oh, and I can come kill this? No, it won't kill that guy. Oh, it will, because the Scion is gone. Okay. And then, I can just freeze a building to allow me to block a spawn without taking damage. Alright, we're finally back out of ice debt. In that we're being unfrozen at the end of a turn instead of the beginning of the next. Okay, these guys are easy enough to deal with. Just a little push here. Can I do better? 3 moves. See, I'm thinking if I were to freeze this scorpion while standing here, I think I could kill this firefly. Right? Shoot him for 2, bumping him into my frozen ice mech, and then come down here and attack him for 2 more. Yeah, that should work. Okay, yeah. So I'm real glad we didn't have a Hornet leader to deal with all this time. Sad about missing the experience, of course, but... Yeah, this should count as destroyed. They can't even move. Look at them, they're still there. I don't know, I think you guys are overly picky. So what are we getting? We're probably going to sell the ice generator, but... I don't know, what would I sell it for? A grid power? A pole tank? How good are any of these? Projectile that hits 2 tiles, pushing them in opposite directions. Huh. It certainly would be nice to not have to rely on my mirror cannon. Or Janus cannon, or whatever it's called. Boosters. Don't like boosters generally. Self-destruct, obviously not a fan. Extra reactor power is absolutely something I could use. We could just put some extra shielding on this guy, and like some move on this guy maybe, or one of them anyway. Obviously double shot is no good in this mech. It sucks. But we're not powering it no matter where he is. If we ever get to the point where we can start powering, it's fine. I'll move him. Yeah, this is the first island still. Okay. I mean, I could spend 2 power and then equip this. Could be good. And what's the other thing I could buy if I sold my weapon? A pole tank. I like the pole tank better than the ice generator. So I could consider making that sale. But what am I going to spend the 2 power on? Like, gain shield and some move, or like, they're okay. They're not outstanding. Maybe the pole tank is better. Because my mirror mech sometimes has turns where he can't do anything. And if he could deploy this tank on those turns, that could be quite useful. And this pole is also probably often a way to... Well... I was gonna say a way to bump the frozen ice mech into something to unfreeze it. But that never actually happens. It's easy with a push, but a pole can never hit anything except the thing doing the pull. So it's not that great actually for that. It's still good to be able to pull guys, but I think the ice generator might be better if I were going to do that, but I think better than either of those is just like getting the upgrades on what I already have, like so, and continue carrying the ice generator around in case someday we can start using it. All right, well, an okay start, not great. Mostly it's just this that I'm sad about. Oh no, we also missed one in Corporate HQ. It's hard to see, but there it is. All right, that's it for this island. And therefore, this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.